Hi, and good afternoon. I'm Walt Mabe with the Board of Supervisors. Today we're going to be talking with Mr. Doug Stanley. He's the administrator for the county, and we're also going to be talking with Mr. Tederick. He is the town's manager, and we're going to spend some time with them, and we're also going to talk a few minutes on just doing the things that we are going to do every day, like washing your hands, keeping your distance, and just being the good citizens that we are. We're in this for the long haul, and this is coming to the peak in Virginia over the next couple of weeks. So only leave your house if it's necessary for food, for pharmaceuticals, but that does not deter the fact that we're working as a team together with the town and county. So we wanted to get those two gentlemen together so they could talk and give us an idea of how we're working together as one unit for our community. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Stanley and let him talk first. Mr. Stanley?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon. I'm pleased to be able to join you this afternoon with the interim town manager, Mr. Tederick, to talk about the COVID-19 pandemic and the town and county's response efforts. First of all, we're both jointly monitoring the governor's executive order 53, which has now been extended until May 8th of 2020. This impacts our citizens and local businesses, and we need to make sure that everyone is aware of the extension. The county remains open for business, but closed to the general public. County staff is encouraging our customers to limit visits to our county facilities. Most of our departments are utilizing work from home and telework options where appropriate. Our staff has adapted to the crisis very well, and we're doing things to support each other, including the town and county, and the community. Some things we haven't done in the past. Some examples include the county sheriff and the town police chief have established a public safety advisory group. Fire and rescue are fit testing county and town employees with personal protective equipment. The county planning department has taken the lead for coordinating reimbursable COVID-19 related expenses for the town and county. Warren County Public School System continues to provide food distribution to students throughout the county, with over 11,000 meals served last week alone. Social Services Department is partnering with CCAP, distributing food twice a week from the 15th Street complex. This week, CCAP and DSS assisted a total of 29 individuals, 2 more than last week. If any of our citizens have immediate food needs, please reach out and contact the Department of Social Services. Social Services is also partnering with the Thermal Shelter, hosting and feeding guests 7 nights a week. If you've recently lost your job and need assistance, I would ask that you reach out to Social Services at 635-3430, and they'll let you know if you qualify for various state programs. There's also information available on their Facebook page, the Community Liaison Facebook page, and the Warren County Resources app available from the App Store. The school system continues to provide emergency child care for our essential personnel. The town has established a COVID-19 helpline. The local extension office has developed a COVID-19 resource page that includes dozens of resources for issues such as health and wellness, housing and utilities, family and consumer sciences, and food, clothing, and financial assistance. For businesses, both the EDA and Fort Warren County Chamber of Commerce are working to help you through this crisis. I encourage you to reach out to them if you have questions or need assistance. I just heard yesterday the EDA has announced this week they're working on a new SBA loan program they're hoping to roll out for small businesses. For individuals, there are a number of available jobs in the private sector. There are also a number of jobs available with the county and the RSW Regional Jail. They're posted on both the website and our Facebook page. Some key leader messaging we want to share. Frequently, wash your hands, don't touch your face, wear a cloth face covering in public where other social distancing measures are difficult to maintain. These three things alone will slow the spread of the virus and significantly reduce personal risk of infection. In the near term, stay home. Only leave your residence, as the chairman mentioned, for essential reasons or for exercise per the governor's strict distancing requirements. In the midterm, if you are a person under investigation or PUI or a confirmed COVID-19 patient, please respect the quarantine instructions from your physician for both you and your entire household. If you need assistance, reach out to your neighbors and friends. This is a great opportunity for all of us to come together as a community and support each other through the crisis. Long term, support local businesses as much as possible. This could make the difference between the business surviving the crisis and having to close permanently. The bottom line, we're all in this for the long haul and expect the effects of the virus to last through the summer. We're also monitoring two medical models that attempt to predict the medical peak of resources in Virginia. One model, the IHME model from the University of Washington, shows Virginia's peak medical usage on April 27th, with the bottom of the curve depicted for mid-June. That said, based on this model, our peak in the Shenandoah Valley will likely be some weeks after that April 27th date. The University of Virginia model shows Virginia's peak medical usage between early June and early July, if social distancing is relaxed on April 30th. If social distancing is relaxed on June 10, Virginia's peak medical usage is shown between early June and mid-August. The bottom of the curve in that model depicts a late summer to early winter timeframe. There's a lot of unknowns. It's a rapidly changing situation, and the most current information is available on the following websites. First, www.cdc.gov/coronavirus or www.vdhvirginia.gov/coronavirus. Please consult that site for the latest number of COVID cases in the state of Virginia, including Warren County. As county administration, we continue to monitor the financial situation so we can advise the board of the ever-evolving impacts of the pandemic. We are monitoring the most volatile revenue categories based on business, dining, travel, and sales, including sales tax, meals tax, lodging tax, and BPOL. These represent only a little over 8% of our proposed FY 2021 budget, but are important. 2/3 of the county's revenue comes from real estate, personal property, and public service corporation taxes. The first half of these taxes are due on June 5th, and the board is sensitive to the impact of COVID-19 and the ability of our property owners to pay these taxes. At next Tuesday's meeting, we'll be considering the authorization to hold a public hearing to delay the imposition of the penalty and interest for those taxes for 60 days. Finally, I'd like to express thanks again to Rick Farrell, Chief Mabe, and all the members of the emergency response team for their ongoing efforts to ensure this community is prepared to meet this crisis head on. And thanks to each and every one of you for your patience and support, and most importantly for the compassion that I'm seeing every day on the streets and social media for your residents and business owners. We'll get through this apart but together.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Mr. Mabe. I too want to thank the leadership in the county. Thank Mr. Mabe. Thank Rick Farrell. I'd like to thank Town Council for the leadership that they've demonstrated during this pandemic. You know, it's been said that a crisis can bring out the best of people or the worst of people, and I'm pleased to say that as a community, town and county, it's bringing out the best of people, and I'm really pleased to be part of this effort. For many know that the town has 4 critical service functions. We provide electric, water, sewer, and refuse collection to our town citizens. I am pleased to report that all those critical functions are in full operations, 100% effective, and we have no issues at those facilities. Early on in this pandemic, approximately a month and a half ago, we took an aggressive approach to segregate our staff in those critical functions to where they don't even come in contact with each other. We have preparations in place that should one of the teams get quarantined, we have a team that can move into the facility and operate the facility for 14 days or 30 days, whatever is necessary. So I believe from a town's perspective, we have prepared for this situation. The phasing or the categories that we've taken is we have three major categories from the town's perspective. One is preparation, whereby we prepared for the pandemic. We had to do so very quickly. We worked very closely with the county and their emergency management team. We're fully integrated into their team. We have very frequent conversations about various activities. And right now, we're in the enduring phase. So we're enduring the effects of the shutdown. We're enduring the effects of the pandemic on our community. But we are enduring very well from my point. Soon we will be in the recovery phase. We've actually started seeing some signs in some areas. Businesses have adapted very well to this new way of conducting business. And from the town's perspective, we are preparing for a very strong recovery. Our goal is to make it a very quick recovery. My personal goal that I've put a task force together is to make sure that Warren County and Front Royal is the first county to fully recover after this pandemic, and that's going to be what we're going to strive towards. So during this enduring phase, we have offered various relief to citizens, and for instance, we have waived credit card convenience fees. They're currently being absorbed in this year's budget. We're estimating that we're going to absorb approximately $60,000 of those fees. If it goes on for a full year, that'd be approximately $240,000. Penalties and late fees related to past due utility bills are being waived until the town is able to resume normal operation. We've estimated that that's going to cost approximately $70,000 by the end of June. Utility services will not be disconnected due to non-payment of past due utility bills until the town is able to resume normal operations. That's estimated to be approximately $27,000 until the end of June for reconnection fees. And we've also have penalty and interest on personal property and real estate taxes have been postponed for a period of 90 days. That's estimated to be approximately $18,500. So the town is, we recognize the challenges business owners and individuals have during this situation. We understand that many are unemployed during this situation. The town council last Monday directed staff to come up with an economic recovery package or a plan that benefits local residents and businesses affected by the COVID-19 with the goal of providing immediate and substantive relief to residents and businesses that have been impacted. It's going to be discussed prior to the adoption of the tax rate. So staff, we've come together and we have a proposal that we'll be presenting Monday night to town council to offer economic incentives to these affected businesses. And again, the goal is to make it impactful. You know, we will make it substantive, and I'm hoping that the council will entertain that. As it relates to FY20 budget, we have developed three scenarios. One scenario that we lose approximately $2 million in revenue. In the second scenario, we lose about $2.7 million in revenue. In the third scenario, we lose approximately $3.4 million in revenue. I'm pleased to report that we have created savings in various areas, pushed back purchase orders, etc. So I'm very confident that we'll be able to absorb that financial impact. As it relates to fiscal year 21, we're in the process of adopting our budget. Next couple months, we have an estimate in place of losing approximately $3.1 million in revenue. And again, we've gone through some tough cuts, but I believe we're going to be able to balance that without much problem. So just echoing what the chairman and what Mr. Stanley said, you know, this is not an us town versus a them county. This is a we, and we've been working together very closely. We as a community are in this with you. We're in this together. We're working together, and we will get through this together very soon. Thank you.
Thank you both. Just so we can continue the conversation of working together. Both the town and the county are doing everything that they can to work to make sure that everybody is fed, they're housed, the homeless are taken care of, and food is put in front of anybody that wants it. We have to go out and look for it, and we have to look for solutions and look for additional problems that exist. And you need to tell somebody about the problem. But most of all, you've got to look toward each other. You got to stay at home. Make sure that you're doing everything that you can to protect yourself. Protect yourself first. Go out if you need to. Get your pharmaceuticals if you have to have them. But don't go out just to go out, other than to get out and do a little bit of exercising. We as a county are our family, and the family needs to stick together. Look towards every individual and understand that they're just like you. They are cooped up in their house. They're not working, or working a short shift, or working from home where they normally go down in the city or out into the town to do work. Look at them and understand that some of them are going to be in a position that they've never been before in their life, and they don't understand it. But one of the biggest things that I've always harped on is food. Right now, there's plenty of churches out there that are helping to make sure that the seniors get fed, and there's church organizations that make sure that there's a hot meal if you need it. Look towards your church just like you look towards the government. Look toward the EDA. I mean, those people out there that have opportunities from the EDA that can help businesses. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through it very strong. And we're going to get through it as quickly as we can, but we've got to look long term as well. And I'm not saying forever, I'm just saying the way that we're doing business now is changing the way that we're going to be doing business in the future. It's just going to be a little different, and we're going to have to learn to adapt. I need all of the people of the county to understand we're in it for the long term and be part of the solution and not part of the problem. We've got lots of things going on. I know I came into this personally and feel like we've got so many things going on, it's kind of overwhelming, but we're taking them step by step every day. And we're winning. And we're going to win more together. So with that, I really appreciate your time, and I hope that you understand that the town and county are working together, and we've got plenty going on. There's opportunity out there, there's jobs out there, there's food out there, and all you got to do is ask for it or go get it. And I thank you for your time. I really do. And I hope your day goes well, and please stay safe.